Hi, I'm Colin Walls, and as usual I'm here to talk about embedded software. And today what I want to talk about is real-time operating systems. In particular, I want to talk about the business of real-time operating systems rather than the technicalities. Now the business is quite interesting because there are a lot of products on the market and the customers are quite exacting. They have a particular requirement and that's what they want to go and buy, or obtain from some route anyway. Now there are approximately 200 real-time operating system products on the market, 200 things to choose from. And that's a difficult process. I'm going to tell you a story about how this worked out on one occasion. There was this company, and there were some smart guys there, and they needed a real-time operating system for their particular project. As I said, they were smart guys, and they looked at the market and they figured out there were 200 products, and they narrowed it down to just two. They then approached each of those vendors and asked them for a bid. They had a list of requirements, a long list of requirements, and both of the vendors received the same list. Now vendor number one came back to them almost immediately and said, no problem at all, we can do that. And here's the price. And the price was well within the budget of the customer, so this is looking good for them. Vendor number two was a bit more wary. The sales guys looked at the list of requirements, and they realised there were three categories. There were some things which the product already could do. There were some things that the product could do, given that there's money on the table, development was a possibility. But there were some things which were either impossible or inconsistent with the rest of the requirements. Now this was a real difficulty for us. Oh, incidentally, yes, we were number two. It was a difficulty because we couldn't fulfill the customer's requirements. So all we did was go back to the customer and say, here we are, we can do this right now, we can do these other things in the future, but we can't do these other things because they're impossible or whatever. And here is our price. Our price was well within the budget, but we later learned somewhat higher than the other vendor. So it looks like we're in trouble. We've got an incomplete solution and our price is high. A few weeks later we took the order. What was going on here? So why did the order go to the company with the product that wouldn't fulfill the brief and the price that was higher? Well, the answer was very simple. The clue was in my introduction, which was these were smart guys. They actually knew some of the features on their list were impossible or inconsistent. And when vendor number one came back and said, no problem at all, they were more or less out of the game because they'd lied to the customer. Their strategy was very simple. Let's take the order as quickly as possible, get the money, and then let technical support sort it out later. That is not the way to build a good business relationship with the customer. We did build that relationship and they've continued to be a very good partner of ours. So, in the end, the good guys won. What do we learn from this? We learn from this that the real-time operating system market is quite complex, can be quite cutthroat, and if you're a customer or potential customer, you need to be asking the right questions and listening carefully to the answers that you get. All I can say is good luck with that. If we can help you, let us know. But of course, as I said, there are 200 products on the market, so it's a challenging business. That's enough of my story for today. They all lived happily ever after, and I hope you have a good day. Until next time, bye for now.